Hello, and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie, and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Livingston's very own Sweatshop Gym. The Sweatshop has everything you can want in your quest for physical fitness. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The Sweatshop has round-the-clock aerobics and a plethora of treadmills, stair climbers, ellipticals, free weights, machine weights, state-of-the-art tanning beds, infrared sauna, protein and energy supplements, on-duty friendly staff, and tons of room to park. Click their ad on our top headlines page. This one's going to bowl you over. Today we're going to make absolutely scrumptious baked potato wedges. Okay, so when it comes to making baked potato wedges, you can go to Livingston HEB, and they sell these all by themselves, these select, hand-picked, obviously huge potatoes just for baking, and they're perfect for this application. And they're not that much. I forgot what I paid for them, but I don't know. It's like less than $1 a pound. But get you 2 of these baked potatoes. Make sure you wash them off real good before we do this. And then what you want to do is take your baked potato and then cut it in half. And then take that half and cut it in half. And for all you smart Alex out there, yes, I know that's called quartering. And then you want to cut those in half. And then just put them in a large bowl. I've never understood in those slasher movies, by the way, like with Jason on Friday the 13th and Michael Myers on Halloween, they always get the vegetable knife, and they're made for vegetables. They never get the meat knife. I'm just saying. Okay. 1/3 cup of olive oil. A half a cup of dried parsley. I'm sorry, not a half a cup, half a teaspoon of dried parsley. Sorry, I get to going too fast. I need to slow down. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Yes, folks. Smoked paprika. You can get this at HEB right here in Livingston. I'm sure you can get it at Walmart. I got this at HEB, but smoked paprika. Half a teaspoon of salt. Everything's half, including a half a cup of parmesan. And then we're going to add some pepper. You got to have pepper. If you do anything in life, you got to include some pepper. Now it's going to get a little bit messy here. What you want to do now is take your hands and mix all this together. Be careful, don't rush it, otherwise you'll get stuff all over the place. But take your time and just mix this together. Okay, once you get it all mixed together with your hands and everything, the next thing we're going to do is take a baking sheet. This one has little edges on it. And I put parchment paper inside of here. Parchment paper is really handy for keeping things from becoming messy when you bake. What you want to do is take your wedges and just set them on this parchment paper just like this. And with these 2 potatoes being cut into 1/8, I think it is. I always failed math, so they should all fit on here, no problem. Why? Because I've done this 56,338 times. That's right. Yeah, 56,338 times. So I know that it fits for a fact because I've done it so many times. Once you get them placed on your sheet, you'll notice in the bowl it's got this Parmesan and all these other delicious things we put in here. And you don't want that to go to waste. So what you want to do, and this is really neat, if you take these, you can slosh them. Take this leftover stuff and slosh a little bit on each of these potato wedges. And those, where you slosh that, it's going to stay right there. It's going to sit there and it's going to bake onto that potato. And they're like little flavor crustaceans, if that's such a word. I don't know if there is, but there is now, because I just made it up, if it wasn't already one. So take that extra Parmesan that you see in the bottom of your bowl and slosh it on these potato wedges, each one, and it just makes them even better, outstandingly better than they already outstandingly are. Now, as you can see all the sloshed on flavor and the Parmesan and all that stuff, the olive oil, the parsley, pepper, everything, salt, all that stuff. Folks, this stuff's going to be really good. With our oven set on 375 degrees, we're going to take our potato wedges. We're going to cook them for 45 minutes. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes now, so let's open up our oven here. Now, what you want to do to check these is take the one that looks the biggest and stick it with a fork. Oh yeah, it just goes right through it. And then you know they're done. Man, if y'all could just smell the whole house smells almost like a pizzeria or something. Now that it's fresh out of the oven, you can see where we sloshed that extra residual seasoning and stuff, how it keeps its place when you slosh it on there, and it bakes right into that potato. Now that it's fresh out of the oven, one thing what I like to always do is take your salt once again and just, while it's all nice and hot, put your little salt on there. And then I like to put a little more Parmesan cheese. Everything's better with Parmesan. And then one other thing you might want to consider is to put some fresh chopped, finely chopped parsley, kind of garnish it a little bit. It really takes on a nice look that way. In addition to, I mean, these things really taste as good as they look. So there you go. Baked potato wedges, really, really good. Let's take one off of here, shall we? Take this big one. Oh, there we go. Now, what my wife Angel likes to do is I've watched her do it, she likes to cut it with her fork into like little pieces like this. And I have to admit, it looks pretty good. She cuts it into these little pieces, and then she takes this ranch dressing and she kind of puts it on there like that. Whoa, she doesn't put that much on. Sorry, Angel, I'm not trying to make it look bad. Ken's Steakhouse. I think this is really the best ranch there is, to be honest. Anyway, she puts ranch on it like that, and then she'll take a piece like this and take a bite. Oh man, that's good. That is really good. Now, what would these go good with? I think these would go absolutely fantastic with just about anything, especially steak. Imagine a nicely cooked steak with these potato wedges. Hamburgers, anything. You might want to just eat these alone, they're so good. But wow, these are, with that ranch on it, I gotta give it to Angel, this is pretty darn good. You're gonna love these, man. So anyway, we hope you try it. You're definitely gonna like it. Feel free to comment below about anything. And you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com. Make America great again.